As I said, you want to order your conversation correctly. You don't want to keep misleading the people because there is no profit in that. In fact, I'm probably going to do a video where I put a message out there for them because they definitely don't want to be doing the stuff that they're doing. And it's love telling you that. It's love for me to tell you that you don't want to do that because there's a recompense for that. And as I put out there in verse, I'm going to go there real fast in Matthew 23. I put this out there a few times. Matthew 23, verse number 13. It says, "But woe unto you, scribes and you Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in." So the Dan tribe doesn't get an inheritance in the kingdom of heaven according to Revelation 7, verse 4 through 8. They don't even enter the kingdom themselves, so they shut the kingdom to the children of the kingdom. They give you those crooked paths written about in Isaiah 59. So they shut the kingdom to the children of the kingdom. Verse number 14. "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, you sects out there, you hypocrites! For ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation." Said that before, levels. There's levels. There's a greater damnation for the Christian pastors who are misleading our people. There's a greater damnation for the Dan tribe Negroes that's misleading our people. Greater means lesser. That's love to tell you that you don't want to be a part of the greater Dan tribe Negro. I promise you that. That's love right there. To tell you that the Most High will tear you in pieces and there's nobody that can deliver you from that. Because He's waking us up to the real truth, whether you like it or not. And I understand the warfare that's against our people. I understand that they're doing these things because of the warfare. As I said, I've been in the military. I understand that. I understand that the war has evolved. The war that we're under has evolved into a war of words and knowledge. I'll bring that out as well. I believe it's in 1 Corinthians. Excuse me, 2 Corinthians. Let me get these scriptures correct. Second Corinthians chapter 10, verse number 3. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. We here on this earth and on this planet, war all amongst us. But we don't war after the flesh. It says here in verse 4, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations of every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ." That's exactly what our warfare consists of. Is tearing down these strongholds, rebuilding our people, and restoring the real truth. And they've taken warfare against our people, the son of perdition, the Dan tribe, through these camps, Negro-like doctrines, spiritual Israel doctrines, all of which are hiding the real truth of the scriptures. And as I said, if you don't understand the Dan tribe, you can't understand the doctrine. You can't understand the Bible, Revelation. Negro lights, these all Negro doctrines are teaching contrary to the best interests of our people. It's warfare. And as I said, these foundations of these things consist with these Negro Indians, these black Indians. And they're going to wish they didn't do that. I'd repent from that. I'd turn from that with everything that's in me. I even put that out there, I think, on the comment, that with everything that within me, I promise you, Dan tribe Negro, you do not want to continue to mislead and manipulate our people. Some of our people may think I'm crazy and don't understand what I'm talking about, but they do. The ones that are doing these things, they understand that. And I'm hoping that a lot of our people are starting to wake up and understand that everything I'm saying is true, starting to see the manipulations, starting to see the hand gestures, the images through logos, everything that you can think of they're doing to try to keep our people down. So brothers and sisters, as I always encourage our people to uplift yourself in knowledge, seek that real truth. You can't be partial in the basics. You can't be partial and skip over this and think you're going to understand everything by skipping over scriptures. The one word that I could use that has our people so unbelievably divided is partiality. You cannot use partiality when dealing with this book, especially in the basics. You can't go into Genesis 49 and skip over the serpent by the way and the adder and the path and think you're going to understand somewhere else down the line. So brothers and sisters, I hope I helped you a little bit in understanding the scriptures of the Dan tribe, the son of perdition. They're everywhere. Everywhere. And when I say that, there's I think websites and certain places you can go and look where they claim that 90% of the Negroes in America are Native American, which is consistent with the Bible. That's very consistent. Not saying that that's the real truth, but it's very consistent, because when you go into Deuteronomy chapter 28, Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to bring that out in verse, let me get this correctly because it's talking about our people being very small in numbers. Deuteronomy 28, verse number 62. It says, "And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Most High power." It says, "And it shall come to pass that as the Most High rejoice over you to do good and to multiply you, so the Most High will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it." So definitely our people have been brought down into few in numbers, and that does not pertain to the Dan tribe. So that as their numbers were increasing, ours were decreasing. So very well it could be close to the 90s to 90%. Maybe not that high, but very high. We're very few of us. Our enemies are a multitude. They hate us. Dan tribe hates us. As I said, black on black crime, they don't know what you're talking about if you talk black on black crime, because we have a nation of people that despises us among us. And with that being said, brothers and sisters, I always encourage uplifting the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So I just want to say shalom, brothers and sisters. Hope I help you learn a little bit and get the understanding of the son of perdition and the Dan tribe, as well as these unlawful camps. So shalom.